Here's the entire smart glass market in 15 seconds. If you want an assistant, buy this kind of glasses. If you want a screen, buy this kind. If you want a face computer, buy this kind and prepare for compromises. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to save you from buying the wrong category. And the most expensive pair is not automatically the best one. Smart glasses in 2026 are not one category. They are three. And the reason people get disappointed is that they buy a screen when what they actually needed was a productivity assistant. Or they buy a productivity assistant when what they really wanted was a private movie theater. It's February 2026. We are finally in the utility era, but the market is messy. You have $300 options and $1,300 options, and price does not equal quality. So today, I will make sense of the chaos. Three distinct categories, a winner for most people in each, and the only alternatives worth your money. Here's the mental model. Daily wearables, this includes ambient tech, audio, cameras, maybe a light HUD. This is for real life. XR displays, this is portable cinema and gaming. Tethered big screens, this is for entertainment. Face computers, these are phone-free Android devices on your face. This is for the bleeding edge. Let's fill in the buckets. Category 1 is the biggest mess, so I'm going to simplify it. The goal here is superpowers, capture moments, handle messages, quick info, without looking like you're wearing a science experiment. I'm splitting this into 3 lanes based on the feature that most people argue about, the camera. If you don't need a display and you just want audio and AI with a camera, my top value pick is the Rokid Style. So, why does it win? First, price. It's around $299, so no early adopter tax, while providing all the features that most people care about. Next, battery. It uses a dual chip approach, so the always-on AI doesn't kill the battery. Finally, openness. In theory, you aren't betting on one AI assistant forever. Now, the elephant in the room, Ray-Ban Meta Gen 2. They are still the safe choice for a reason. Great speakers, mature app, and they just work. One quick reality check. These are usually priced more like the $379 to $459 price range, depending on the model and sales, so they're not the value pick. They're the proven pick. My verdict, if you want the safe choice, buy the Ray-Bans. If you want the smart value choice with more flexibility, start with Rokid Style. If you want to see information, translation, navigation, notes, you want a HUD. My pick for most people is the Even Realities G2. Why does it win? Well, it adds productivity seamlessly into your entire day without a camera. That is the stealth advantage. If you work in a corporate office, HR won't freak out. It's also light, mid 30 grams, so it feels like glasses, not a headset. What about an alternative? You might see ads for the holiday glasses. They do a similar idea for cheaper. My take, spend the extra money on the G2. The polish, the materials, and the fit are just in a different league. Finally, if you want it all, camera and display, the benchmark is Meta Ray-Ban display. It's $799 and the neural band wrist control is a secret weapon. It reduces the touching your face problem and feels like a finished product. If you want a cheaper option, look at the Rokid glasses for $599. They pitch a daily overlay experience for less money. The catch? The display is more visible from the outside, and be careful with the true cost. Rokid locks some advanced AI features behind a subscription. Rapid fire alternatives. MemoMind for weight, Solos for modular batteries, Brilliant Labs if you code, INMO Go 3 for real-time translation. Pause if you need to look them up. Moving on. Category 2 is the XR universe. Calling these AI glasses is a misnomer. They're basically monitors for your face. You buy these for flights, Steam Deck sessions, and peace and quiet. My pick for most people is the XREAL 1S. Why it wins? It hits the sweet spot. $449, high refresh rate, good clarity. It's the product you actually use, not just test. Qualifier. don't believe the giant screen hype. It looks like a really nice 1080p monitor floating a few feet away, and that is plenty. Now, if you want max immersion, the Viture Beast is the spec monster. Wider field of view, more cinema energy. And it leans hard into built-in 3D OF tracking, so screens feel more stable when you move your head. Rapid fire. RayNeo X3 Pro if you care about HDR. That was the CES 2026 HDR Flex. And ROG XREAL R1 if you're a pure gamer. That's it. Moving on. Category 3 is the bleeding edge. This is the standalone bucket. But we need to be precise. Does it need a phone or is it actually a computer? The software winner, INMO Air 3. If your dream is to leave your phone at home, the winner right now is INMO Air 3. It runs a full Android OS and you can load Chrome, Netflix, whatever you want. The reality, it feels janky, it gets warm. It's a computer on your face, so it acts like one. But if standalone means phone free to you, this is the only answer. Now, the hardware winner is the RayNeo X3 Pro, and this feels like the future. Super bright with full color binocular display, 3D interface, outdoor visibility, and it's surprisingly flexible if you're tech savvy. The trade, it runs a lightweight chip, Snapdragon AR1, and a tiny 245 mAh battery. In heavier use, it only handles short sessions, not an all-day computer. Buy it for the HUD experience, but don't expect to leave your phone behind. Quick note, RayNeo also showed an eSIM prototype concept at CES, basically Project eSIM, which is promising as a standalone device, but treated as a prototype until it ships broadly. So here's the 2026 summary. Daily life screenless, Rokid Style for value, Ray-Ban Meta for the safe pick, Daily Life HUD, Even Realities G2 for the office, Daily Life Hybrid, Meta Ray-Ban display is the benchmark, Cinema, XREAL 1S for reliability, Viture Beast for immersion, Face Computer, INMO Air 3 for software freedom, RayNeo X3 Pro for hardware excitement. Line of sight. Samsung has confirmed smart glasses in 2026, and if those land as Android XR glasses tied into the Galaxy ecosystem, that's when this list could get disrupted fast. Also watch Google. Project Aura with XREAL looks very developer first in 2026, more toolkit than mass market fashion drop. But separately, Google's partnership with Warby Parker is the one to watch for true consumer AI glasses. Coming up, a deep dive into the RayNeo X3 Pro. Subscribe so you don't miss it.